A group representing family members of 9/11 victims issued a statement today on Trump's visit to Saudi Arabia, saying the Gulf state needs to stop denying their involvement with the terrorist attacks. Terry Strada, whose husband died on September 11, said the families will continue to speak out. "We know the president is enthusiastic about Saudi economic investments in the United States, but the 9/11 families will not stay silent while the Saudis keep denying their involvement with the terrorist attacks that destroyed our families," said Terry Strada, national chair of 9/11 Families United. "The president may want us to move on, but there is no chance of that happening until the Saudis cease their decades-long lies about the role that their agents and institutions played in the murder of our loved ones," Strada said. A federal judge tonight unsealed a memorandum of understanding between the Department of Homeland Security and the Internal Revenue Service on sharing addresses on taxpayers living in the U.S. The document makes clear that the purpose for the information sharing is to allow Immigration and Customs Enforcement to obtain addresses from the IRS of people under criminal investigation, as long as it's unrelated to taxes, and who have final orders of removal from the U.S. The document was unsealed by court order in a lawsuit where a federal judge yesterday denied an immigration advocate group's attempt to prevent the IRS from sharing personal tax information with the Department of Homeland Security for immigration enforcement purposes. The judge ruled that the plaintiffs had not proved that any actual harm is imminent. The Memorandum of Understanding says ICE will provide the IRS with the name and an address they may be aware of for the taxpayer, along with the taxable period as to which the address they are seeking relates. ICE also agrees to provide the IRS with the federal criminal statute for which the person is being investigated, and the date of the final order of removal of the person. ICE further says it will provide the specific reasons why this disclosure by the IRS may be relevant to its investigation. Court unseals memo on IRS agreement with DHS to share address information, continued. The document says the IRS will receive requests for address information from ICE, review each request for validity, search for the last known address of each person and provide ICE with that information. The IRS says it will return to ICE any address requests not meeting the requirements necessary for disclosure, with an explanation as to why. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem on April 7. Former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg took aim at the Trump administration in an Iowa town hall tonight and discussed the Democratic Party's path forward, amid speculation about a potential Democratic presidential bid of his own in 2028. Buttigieg opened his remarks at the event, hosted in Cedar Rapids by the progressive group Vote Vets Action Fund, by saying that progressives, conservatives, and libertarians should be able to unite around the understanding that freedom means freedom from overbearing government. At a moment when the President of the United States thinks he could send you to another country, or shut down the broadcast license of a TV station, if he doesn't like what it has to say, that is not freedom, Buttigieg said. During a QA session with attendees, Buttigieg fielded questions on subjects including the Trump administration threatening to suspend habeas corpus, contending that lawmakers who have been silent figure they have more to fear from the President of the United States than the people of the United States. Quote,